for a better society through building their individual families. Today, being the third Sunday in the month of June, is dedicated to them, is no exception. Adeni Itaiwo reports that despite the downpour in Lagos, fathers had the spotlight.
It is a very wet morning here in Lagos, and also the third Sunday in the month of June, when fathers all over the world are celebrated. Will this weather take the shine of their celebration? Let me quickly take a shelter from the rain and find out. I met Ken Obinwa, a father of one, in this church where he took refuge from the downpour. He told me he got married in 1997, but his journey into fatherhood began 14 years later in 2011 when he gave birth to his son. Then, in 2018, he lost his wife and became a single parent.
It's not easy. I leave in the morning. When he goes to school, I leave. Sometimes before he come back from school, I will come back to prepare the place for him. Food and other things he needs. It's not easy. Before, I may not care to come back in the evening so very early, but I have to come back, be at home early to take care of him.
His conviction that men must be selfless, deliberate, and positive in how they lead their family for the progress of the society is shared by these other men.
Leaders, we are supposed to lead our families, and the family altars everywhere. Lead your family, lead your children, so that the society itself can benefit from it. And once we lead right, the society will be better for it.
Their inability to take care of their homes led their children to become wayward, looking for source of living.
Some are so engrossed maybe with their daily activities that they don't even have time for what is happening in their home. That shouldn't be.
Everything is about the mother. There will be so much festivities and all the very colorful and everything. So we fathers too, we look forward to a day that people will gather around and say, okay, we are also celebrating fathers, and that's the joy of today.
It is believed that female children are often more attached to their fathers. I put that to the test on Father's Day.
I think I'm closer to my dad. Because, you know, for your fathers, you can always run to your fathers and say so many things. And sometimes you get away with some things from your dad, that mother will just give you that ego eye that, what are you saying?
Everything we need is just there for us. My mother doesn't know anything about my school fees or buying books or clothes. My father is always there for all of us.
And these children also have a lot to say about their fathers, describing them as providers and protectors.
He took care of me from my little age, and he's very caring to me, and I love my daddy so much.
Whenever I have problems, I meet my dad for the solution to my problems.
A very, very hardworking man, and he makes sure that he provides all our family needs for us.
First celebrated in 1972, when U.S. President Richard Nixon signed a declaration for it, Father's Day actually dates back to 1908, when Sonora Smart Dodd, daughter of a Civil War veteran, celebrated it to honor her dad. It has since been observed to highlight roles of fathers in the family and the society at large.
Fathers are superheroes. They have super hearts and spirits. Happy Father's Day to all good fathers. Now, Gambo Gad is among the final year students of the Federal Government College, Benin Yari, who escaped death by the whiskers. He is currently recuperating from the gunshot wound he got on his buttocks as a result of the bandit attack at his school. Shehu Muhammad Dati was in NASCO and has a situation report.
This is the family home of Gambo Gad, SS3 student of Federal Government College, Benin Yari, who narrowly escaped death, but though got a gunshot through his buttocks due to the attack of bandits on that fateful day. He, however, been taken to the hospital for first aid treatment, and he's now gradually recuperating.
Actually, they are shooting because if to say the door is not that kind, new and strong, they could have opened the door. But they shoot, the door did not open. And some of primary students were beside the door, and then they are shooting the door, and then one went to pick up the student and bring them to their mothers, because we are together with their mothers. And then I now keep them to just find a place and sit. Or I just push them like this, and now had a gunshot my buttocks, and I fell down.
Gambo did not realize he could not walk until he found himself down with blood gushing out of him. After a while, he was able to walk out of the exam hall.
Take me to hospital. The hospital accepted with the emergency situation, as they carry us in, they do a certain treatment, and I was okay that time.
Inspector Yakubu Atachu, Nesco Division of the Nigerian Police, is the father of Gambo, who expressed shock while appreciating the Kebbi State government and the school management. Inspector Yakubu appealed for help to take care of his son's medication.
Because what happened in the Bini Yauri, is very, very terrible. Because my son, when he have came, or when I meet him in the sickbed, he's telling me what happened. And I'm very, very surprised. He said he have tried to see that he escaped some, primary school children. That's why he had a gunshot. Already have hide himself. But when he saw them, they are, crying, he just pity for them. But he rushed after he took them, to one corner before you have, escape. He had a gunshot on his bottom.
This boy, he tried to see me. That children, the way he once saved them, some of them, they are alive. So I give thanks to God. But now, I dey pray. Some of them, the way they for these people handling, I dey pray for God, let them to receive these people in the name of Jesus. That's my own prayer now.
Being a final year student of the Federal Government College, Benin Yauri, the only wish and hope of Gambo is to be physically fit so that he can write his final examination and the JAM which he's supposed to be writing at the moment.
What a horror. The important thing is that he survived and he needs to be assisted. Now the viral video, disturbing video of a 7-year-old girl crying out and narrating how she was constantly sexually abused under the watch of her guardian grandmother caught the attention of the NTA. So we tracked her down. When a crew visited the densely populated Abakpa Nike residence of the victim's grandmother in Enugu State, they discovered other shocking revelations. Let's join Mina Okaobasi for details.
Every day. According to the viral video, 7-year-old Munachiso, who lives with her grandmother, simply identified as Anne, has been constantly defiled by men who mostly have carnal knowledge of her in a most unusual manner and pays her grandmother the sum of 1,500 naira. Upon a trip to the densely populated Ababanike residence of the grandmother, the crew discovered that Madam Anne indeed exposed little Munachi to a life of misery by giving her out to men for a paltry sum of 1,500.
Somewhere behind me there is some sort of a brothel where she usually takes this little kid to. For security reasons, we are not able to approach the place. But while passing by, we saw that it's like a beer parlor. It's a little inn where men sit out and have drinks. So information reaching us from around this corner is that woman has been working in that place.
Somebody who came for the woman in the night did not met the woman. So he made the small girl and have sex with the girl.
Since last week, I started hearing from young boys, small kids, about how the Calabar boy has been using that girl. The mother is in support of it. Because every 11 o'clock in the night, she will send her to that Yoruba Calabar shade, where they sell blood.
I caught the small girl. I persuaded her. She told me how many people that have been sleeping with her, including the Calabar man, and I reported to the security personnel.
She has been exploiting the minor
by way of giving her out for sexual activity. And as we speak, the matter has been transferred to the State Criminal Intelligence and Investigation Department.
Shocking indeed, when a supposed custodian of moral value is aiding its breakdown. That grandma has to face the law. It was double tragedy for 10-year-old Mukhtar Dauda, who was sexually harassed by his 45-year-old cousin. His story, however, took a different dimension with the follow-up of the NTA. Fatai Awal Abba, who is pursuing the story for Newsline, filed this report.
Little Mukhtar was playing with his friends in Kur village when the suspect, his 45-year-old cousin, Kasim Abdullahi, and his friend forcefully took away Mukhtar on a motorbike to an unknown destination where they covered his mouth to stop him from calling for help, while the suspected homosexual assaulted him. The way Mukhtar walks since his return raised an alarm. It was a shocking revelation when he narrated everything to his mother because his father was not in town. But like most parents, the mother didn't want people to know about it for fear of stigmatization, decided to bring him to Gombe for medical attention.
They removed my trouser and one man climbed my back, followed by Kasim. When they finished, they asked me to enter a nearby house to get them corn powder.
When he returned home, I noticed he was walking abnormally. He couldn't eat his food. I asked him where did he go. He couldn't talk. Kasim immediately walked in, and his mother asked him where he took Mukhtar. He said he only escorted me somewhere.
While little Mukhtar receives attention at the medical facility, the police swung into action by arresting the suspect.
Immediately this happened, the police took the victim to hospital to have the medical report back to something. The investigation has been concluded, and the suspect never denied, confessed to the commission of the crime, and after the preliminary investigation and all the rest, the suspect has been charged to court.
After some time, Newsline decided to check on Mukhtar Dauda at the health facility to see how he's recovering. But we were told he and his mother have left for Kuri, their village. Mukhtar's uncle, Abdullahi Mohammed, who is also the father of the suspect, told us off camera that they sent them away for being behind the arrest of a member of the family. As at the time of packaging this report, little Mukhtar and his mother Aisha, who is carrying a 7-month pregnancy, are nowhere to be found, and his father is still not yet back.
The NTA stands against rape and rapists. No hiding place for them. And I think they should follow up on that boy in that state. Now, stigma, insecurity, fear of reprisals, and living conditions have hindered many victims of sexual violence from reporting their harrowing experiences. However, interventions by caring members of the society are helping them get needed justice. As key players beam their searchlight on the issue as part of activities to mark International Day for Elimination of Sexual Violence, Hingino John Adams highlights the case of a minor who was raped and pushed into a life journey she didn't prepare for. I leave you to hear from her.
Calm and quiet, Langbasa in Aja is devoid of the usual verve that defines Lagos life. The serene ambience is, however, darkened by a gloomy experience whose loud effect is perverting the tranquility of lives in the environment. 14-year-old Blessing Etta lives with her parents in Langbasa. Her dream is to become an accountant, but barring any special intervention, that aspiration may not see the light of the day. She is now saddled with the responsibility of nursing an unplanned baby, and at a time when her family is impoverished. Blessing was raped at age 13 and became a mother shortly before her 14th birthday. The first path to motherhood happened as she was trying to help her family make ends meet by hawking puff-puff.
I went to sell for him. He then told me that I should come inside. I said no. Then he dragged me inside his house and said that I should remove my clothes. I said no. I should remove my clothes. I said no. Then he pushed me on his bed and lied on me. Then when I was shouting, I covered my mouth and said that when he was on, he gave me 500. He said I should not tell anyone. When I came home, I did not tell my mom.
For Blessing's mother, who is battling a goiter that the lean purse of her family could hardly cope with, the birth of a grandchild, which under normal circumstances would have filled her with joy, has heightened her predicament. Now, the poor woman and her husband are trapped between the burden of her own health, nursing a grandchild, and caring for a daughter who had to go under the knife because her tender features made virginal birth impossible.
I started seeing her eating more than what she's supposed to be eating. Because she's a selective person, they select food. This one, she go cook, go put plenty, go finish and I can't look her face. I say, Blessing, come. She sit down, I say, everything happened. I say nothing. I say, no, come. She sit down, I say, everything happened, say nothing. I say, come. Like 3 times. The daddy say, why are you asking her like that now? Blessing cannot do anything, why are you asking her like that? I say, no, but I look and everything change. I can't tell her, I say, Blessing, come. Anybody touch you like this? Anybody rob you? Anybody touch your breast? He say no. I say okay. And not say I'll give her thing to my tokonko and say go and put your urine and give me. Where she put the thing, where she go and go inside the toilet and bring and put this thing inside. They are accurate. I saw two lines and I don't know what came over me. I started. I said, somebody touch you now. He said, yes. I said, why can't you tell me? He said, the man said, should not tell me.
The case would have been swept under the carpet, but for the intervention of these women.
The worst part is people get away with these things. It happens every day. I know we cannot work on hearsay, but this particular man in question, at the police station, his neighbors came and said he's been doing it. He's done a lot of this same atrocity on children and went away because people were afraid of because of the stigmatization. People don't come out to talk. The only reason this woman came out is because her own resulted into pregnancy.
People are getting away with such things, and the girl child has suddenly become an endangered species in Nigeria, and we want to put a stop to it.
The suspect, a 36-year-old Nigerian, has been charged to court and is in police custody, but all efforts to talk to him proved abortive. Blessing, who was a JSS1 student when the assault occurred, now out of school and trying to come to terms with her new reality.
I want justice. I want to continue my education. I want people to help me.
While there is a glimmer of hope that Blessing may get justice, her ordeal is just one out of many cases of sexual violence in the society, with all the negative impact of such crime on the victims and their families. As the world marks the day for the elimination of sexual violence in conflict, it is also a reminder that rather than stigmatizing victims, the society must rise to provide needed psychological, legal, and financial support for them.
I agree with you, Hingino. We must help victims build back better. Are you the kind of parents, leader, or decision makers who think children should not take part in formulation of policies or law that involve them? This report by Ngozi Sylvia Technical will change your perception. She brings us a special package on the epoch-making event, the 2021 National Policy Dialogue on Ending Violence Against Children, held in Abuja.
We all know what is happening now in the country due to the insecurity.
Children are not safe at school, are not safe at home, and are not safe in their communities. We are appealing to government to promote and to bring about intervention and provision that will immediately secure the children and make their school, homes, and community safer for them.
With that presentation of resolutions of Nigerian children by the Speaker, National Children's Parliament, sets the precedence that children have a say on best approach to tackle all forms of abuses in ending violence against children in Nigeria.
Protection right. All decisions that affect me must be taken in my best interest and protect me from harm, such as indecent and inhuman treatment, sexual exploitation, drug abuse, child labor, torture, maltreatment, discrimination, trafficking.
Touched by the intellectual endowment of the children, the Vice President endorsed the masterpiece and assured its enforcement.
We acknowledge the need to improve on the implementation and enforcement of laws, promotion of a safe environment, and strengthening parental and caregiver support.
Other stakeholders, including the Minister of Women Affairs, Paul Intalin, affirmed that the struggle to end violence against children is a fight that must be won.
We are partners moving in a trend towards ending violence against children in our world. This requires effective and efficient collaboration efforts among all key actors.
Let us try to see the voices of some of the girls who have been in this situation of abuse and exploitation.
All relevant stakeholders must spare no effort to accelerate the implementation of Agenda 2040 for children in Africa.
The abuse of the child is a crime on its own, and when you know of it, but you decided to conceal, then you have committed another offense against the state. So we need to sensitize our subjects.
There is, however, high expectations from the children that this time it will no longer be business as usual when it comes to giving justice to victimized children.
Children really should have a say in issues that concern them. We're going on another break now. Newsline will continue shortly.
When you come into the Glow Cafe, you're in for a world of treats. Not only can you monitor all your voice and data usage with ease, buy, share, borrow, and gift data and airtime in the smoothest ways, pay for any services of your choice using your airtime or your bank card, and manage or change your tariff plan to any plan you prefer seamlessly. You can also add friends, get sweet rewards, and so much more. Oh, and don't forget, if you ever need to recharge outside the Glow Cafe app, just dial *805# to purchase airtime or data through your bank. So, step into your Glow Cafe today.
Just dial *777# or download the Glow Cafe app today.
The Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Muhammad Megeri Ingyadi, Ketukan Sokoto, the Inspector General of Police, Alkali Baba Usman, NPM, PSC, FDE, and the Commandant, Nigeria Police Academy, CP Lawan Tanko Jimeta, PSC, cordially invite the general public to the passing out parade and presidential commissioning of the 3rd Regular Course Cadets. Date 22nd June 2021. Venue, Muhammadu Buhari Parade Ground, Polak, Udil, Kano. Time, 9 a.m. Prompt. Announcer, Management.
But Industrial Park takes off. Monday, June 21st, Afe Babalola University at Ado-Ekiti commissions Abwad Independent Power Project, IPP, and the foundation laying of multiple factories for the production of herbal drug, intravenous fluid, factories for the processing of rice, yam, cassava, pepper, MDF and HDF wood, bottle recycling factory and Fresh to Fact Center. Other attractions are the donation of the personal library of Ambassador Tunde Adenira to Abuad and the public presentation of an Abuad first-class law graduate offered a PhD admission by Oxford University without a master's degree. 21st June, 10 a.m. at Alpha Belgore Hall, Abuad, under the chairmanship of the paramount ruler of Ondo Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Victor Kiladejo. Abuad, a vision in action.
Taste is key and that's how we communicate. Best nourishment in every school. Mama, tasty mama, share the love. We all together. I love my mama. Mama, tasty, nourishing, scoop it. Mama.
Mama, best scoop of tasty nourishment.
The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency heartily welcomes Their Excellencies, Executive Governors of the South-South Geopolitical Zone of Nigeria to the COVID-19 Town Hall meeting of the South-South Zone. We also warmly welcome the distinguished Senator Chukwuka Utazi, Senate Committee Chairman, Primary Healthcare and Communicable Diseases, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, Chairman, House Committee on Health, Dr. Haruda Michelia, Chairman, Ad Hoc Committee on COVID-19, and all National Assembly members from Edo State to the Town Hall meeting. The meeting is honored to welcome the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman, Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19, Mr. Boss Mustafa, Dr. Osage Hanire, the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Olorunibe Mamora, the Honorable Minister of State for Health, their Royal Highnesses, the Chairman, Councils of Chiefs from the South-South Zone, traditional and religious leaders, as well as other stakeholders in the zone, to an interactive session to discuss COVID-19 vaccination in Nigeria. Date, Tuesday, 22nd June 2021. Venue, New Festival Hall, Government House, Benin City, Edo State. Time, 9:30 a.m. prompt. Dr. Faisal Schweib, Executive Director, CEO, NPHCDA, Announcer.
Airtel is saying thank you to all loyal customers in the Airtel Thanks Cash Token Rewards. Each subscriber stands a chance to win up to 100 million naira every week. To opt in, dial *479# and follow the prompts. To qualify, simply recharge your Airtel number. Each cash token gets you an 8 naira instant cash back, plus a chance to win up to 100 million naira weekly in the National Cash Token Draw, showing every Saturday by 9:30 p.m. on AIT and 8 p.m. on Pop Central DSTV channel 189. All transactions done on *479# are rewarded with more cash tokens, and you can also check your cash token balance via the same code. Only loyal customers of the smartphone network are entitled to the Airtel Cash Token Reward. For more information, simply dial *479# or visit www.airtelthanks.ng. Terms and conditions apply.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
It is time for celebration. Oh. 30 years bustling with goodness. Eh. The challenge can never ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate. Bustling with so much greatness. Enjoy a world of
I'm with you at every stage of your life, providing comfort when you are keeping fit, comfort when you are expecting your bundle of joy, comfort during motherhood, comfort in your office, comfort in your car, comfort when sharing a meal, comfort at bedtime. From cradle to grey, there's comfort for you with Vitafoam. Quality is vital. Quality is Vitafoam. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
Welcome back. Now, the addition of 2 round trips on the Lagos-Ibadan rail line is not just simplifying commuting along the axis, but breaking boundaries on the possibility of living in Ibadan and working in Lagos. Michael Olaleye's travelogue on a trip to and fro the Lagos-Ibadan railway is captured in this report.
Additional round trip is an opportunity to think of the rail transportation as a veritable option to travel to Ibadan. I was on board with 80-year-old Olabi Akitoye, a retired teacher anxious to share from his wealth of experience. He's not new to this environment. The buildings and relics of the good old days are enough to vividly chronicle the evolution of rail transports.
Not to talk of the Bolekaja of the old days, going from Ibadan to Lagos, or from Lagos to Ibadan, or to Abeokuta. But if you get into a train, you know you are secure, you have your comfort and peace. I'm not boasting. I've traveled with coaches from Italy, from France, even Britain. It is not less than the one they provide there.
Akitoye's view speaks volume on how much the federal government has liberalized the rail system to serve the common man. While reflecting on his sincere opinion on the revolution presently ongoing in the rail subsector, El Sahid Bakar, a businessman, invited me for a chat. He's still nursing the pain suffered in his previous trip on the Lagos-Ibadan expressway.
I can remember a few years ago, I left Abeokuta. I got to Shagam intersection at 6:30 p.m. I didn't get to my house until 3:30 a.m. in the morning. But with a service like this, I can move. Now that it has been fully launched and I can do my early morning ride to Abeokuta, it's even more convenient for me. We just anticipate other stations and platforms opening up for ease of logistics.
One of the mandates the Lagos-Ibadan rail line seeks to achieve is creating connectivity for those who work outside their immediate place of residence. Abdulhakeem Abrazak is a perfect example. He works in Ibadan and lives in Lagos, but he faces the task of getting to the train station in Ebute Metta before 8 in the morning from his abode in Badagry.
We used to wake up around 4 o'clock, see hold up and other things at the road before we meet up, so that 8 o'clock is very small for us.
For everyone I interacted with on board, it was a tale of a new beginning, which will definitely get better once the entire country is connected to the rail network.
To be honest, it beat my imagination. I wasn't expecting what I meet here, so I think it's okay.
If seeing is believing, then my being on board won't be complete without moving around the various compartments. Apart from the restroom, the train reserves space for relaxation while traveling, plus entertainment on the go.
Most of us in my generation, we've been seeing train, we've been seeing coaches, and it has not been appealing to us to actually board. But this is one of the best that I've seen so far. So the government needs to put structure in place to ensure that the maintenance of the coaches, the maintenance of the railway, and the other infrastructure around it is well taken care of.
Regardless of the height attained, there are plans to make mobility through rail more flexible.
We are going to start Sunday, whether it's this weekend or upper weekend, but we have given instruction on that. What we are doing before that, we use Sunday to do the maintenance, but we have gone beyond that now. Now that we have brought out 3 sets of trains, and we are only using 2, so we'll be doing Sunday, and we deploy the one that is on ground on that Sunday, while they service the one that we open. Some people are coming with idea. We are open to everybody. Who have some people are coming out to have maybe every weekend they have a train for where they can do maybe host people for party, host people for wedding, do reception. We have a conference coach, and we have the regulation for that. We'll see how it works.
Finally, the trip terminated at Ibadan, and while I make the journey back home with my cameraman, the expanse of land, buildings, and emerging structures made me visualize the endless possibilities and opportunities abound along the corridor.
Wow. We are making progress, and soon it will be the case all around the nation. And now to an interesting celebration. He is a rare gem with utmost professional integrity, respectability, and unquestionable patriotism. These terms were aptly used to describe him when he was celebrated for a long list of achievements recorded over a period of 8 years while in active service to his fatherland. Who is this distinguished Nigerian? Emole Ayotokede Ogufunwura, who witnessed his sent forth in Lagos, brings us details.
First appointed in 2012 as the Acting Executive Secretary, CEO of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Hassan Bello is first of all a barrister. He joined the council in 1998 as Deputy Director and Head of Legal Services. He became a director in the same department, a position he held for many years before his last appointment. His outstanding performance as the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Shippers Council for 2 terms in the organization is worthy of celebration, the reason for this gathering. Minister of Transportation, heads of agencies, and other important personalities in attendance showered encomium on him.
I think it is because of the service as the minister. Hassan's exit from Shippers Council will be emotional to me and my family. I don't know. But it's a very nice person, it's kind. For you to be having an celebration at departure, then it must be.
What you see with Hassan Bello is exactly what you get. Integrity, hard work, patriotism. Hassan is so clear-minded that Hassan has been able to do what most of us couldn't do, to bring the providers of shipping services to the consumers of shipping services to level playing ground.
We created zonal offices and we have created zonal directors for those offices. We conceive and monitor the railroad transit areas.
Everybody is being careful for COVID. Hassan called all of us out, provided transportation, and made sure that the ports were open, goods were coming in, and we appreciate that.
For the stakeholders, Malam Hassan has been the champion on seeing how to balance between the stakeholders, the consumers, and the service providers.
Hassan Bello sued for genuine collaboration among agencies, urging them to build on existing successful ones while surmounting the challenges capable of interrupting operations.
All the time they are defending territories. They go to a large extent, and that is not. They spend so much on defending these territories when they neglect what they are supposed to. And that's why we have problems. And that's what Nigerian Shippers Council will never take from anybody, not now, not tomorrow, not forever.
He was also honored with a long service award by Servicom. A book titled The Man Hassan Bello was presented to the public.
Mr. Capable, peace, lover, ES, CEO, CS, ladies and gentlemen,
Awards were given to outstanding members of staff who have contributed immensely to the growth of the organization.
Positive impacts are never forgotten. Now we'll pause here for another break. I'll be right back.
Industrial Park takes off. Monday, June 21st, Afe Babalola University Ado-Ekiti commissions Abwad Independent Power Project (IPP) and the foundation laying of multiple factories for the production of herbal drug, intravenous fluid, factories for the processing of rice, yam, cassava, pepper, MDF and HDF wood, bottle recycling factory and Festo Fact Center. Other attractions are the donation of the personal library of Ambassador Tunde Adenira to Abwad and the public presentation of an Abwad first-class law graduate offered a PhD admission by Oxford University without a master's degree. 21st June 10 a.m. at Alpha Belgore Hall, Abwad, under the chairmanship of the paramount ruler of Ondo Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Victor Kiladejo. Abwad, a vision in action.
It is time for celebration. Oh. 30 years bustling with goodness. Eh. No challenge can ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate. Bustling with so much greatness. Enjoy a world of
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. Its great value, it protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
Nigerian youths are about the greatest assets the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth entrepreneurship support years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
Better than you've ever seen.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste.
I'm the new best thing.
Go big and live stream world-class football and more from SuperSport. The biggest African Magic and Emmy award-winning series, blockbusters and kid shows. Go big for less and get Showmax Mobile or Showmax Pro Mobile. Plus 2.5 gig MTN data included at a great price that suits you. That's 25 hours of sports, series, movies and kid shows with a 1-month Showmax subscription with 2.5 gig MTN data. Dial *131# or visit showmax.com/MTN now.
Like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive. No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty.
I'll spread my wings and fly so high. I'll reach for the stars, yeah, it's time.
Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
Renewed war against drug abuse and cartels as NDLEA deploys decisive efforts to rid Nigeria of drug and illicit substances. That's our focus on NTA Tuesday Live this week. Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. It promises to be decisive and educative. Join us.
Welcome back. Now to another disappointing story. Under the child rights laws in Nigeria, parents assume legal obligations to protect their children and guarantee their education, security, health, and morality. However, these duties were neglected by a 35-year-old woman who allegedly sold off 2 of her 4 children on account of poverty and abandonment. Yemida Lemo in Ogun State reports that the suspect is being detained by the police for alleged child selling.
Children are gifts from God, and so they are to be nurtured and protected by their parents from all forms of abuses, violence, and other acts that can undermine their progress. For a 35-year-old Blessing Enunleleku, mother of 4 children, the only option that came to her mind when shouldering the care of the children single-handedly became unbearable was to sell off 2 of the children. This is because her husband has allegedly abandoned his home, leaving her with nothing to take care of the children. Interestingly, she settled for the 2 daughters she had for her husband, who are 3 and 2 years old, as she claimed the 2 other children belonged to another man. She sold them to a strange couple in Port Harcourt, who, according to her accomplice, have not had any child of their own.
As we were waiting for her, the lady replied me that the woman went to the bank to go and get money. If she gave me money, I should collect it because she discussed about my feeding and the caring of the other 2 kids.
Her accomplice, a 25-year-old fashion designer in Mowe area of Ogun State, was said to have linked her with an agent who later took her to Port Harcourt to meet the couple, and 650,000 naira was allegedly paid for the 2 children, but only 300,000 naira was released to the mother, Blessing.
I'm not getting in touch to those people again, so I've connected 2 of them together. It's help that I just do.
However, her husband, who she claimed abandoned her and the children, returned home unexpectedly and demanded the whereabouts of his 2 daughters, and when his wife could not come up with favorable response, he decided to report the matter at the police station.
Having 2 children for the man, and they decided that since he don't know how to cater for these children and the man is not forthcoming, that is what prompted her to auction the two girls. So she has been arrested. The intermediary too has been arrested.
The law frown against it. You must not, you cannot, you shall not sell your child, because you have responsibility towards the children you give birth to.
The lesson is that we have to show perseverance no matter the situation and be ready to be hardworking. We don't need to take to hard situations to make ends meet.
For now, the State Police Command is concluding arrangements to rescue the affected children from the buyer in Port Harcourt and will subsequently charge everyone found culpable to court.
Now, rather than take that option of selling off your child, get in touch with the Women Affairs Commission, religious organizations, and they'll help you out. I mean, the option of selling your child is a no-no. Now, as Kaduna Police Command continues investigation on a suspected gruesome murder of a 3-year-old by her cousin Aminu Abdulkadir and 3 others after she was kidnapped, father of the deceased, Tukur Dan Ali, has called for justice to take its course on the suspects if found guilty. Muhammad Saliu Awo gives us an update.
The father, Tukur Dan Ali, who described the ugly incidents as unbelievable, said bringing the culprit to book would serve as a deterrent to others.
And I thank God, everybody, not only my brothers or sisters, everybody in Duzama local government, they put their effort in order to see that how to find this problem.
Other members of the family of the deceased who spoke to NTA News could not hide their sadness as they described the act as inhuman.
We prayed. So it was later when one of my friends was telling me that they wrote a letter. They say that they should pay ransom of 2 million naira. If they didn't pay that money, they are going to kill her.
The Endakan Katsina district head of Duzama, Sari Mohammed Sada, where the incident took place, condemned the act. He also called on the general public to be more vigilant and report to appropriate authority any suspected act. The police public relations officer, SP Gamba Isa, informed NTA News that the suspects are yet to admit, but investigation is ongoing.
What we've discovered was that on that fateful day, one of her brother, is a cousin to her by name Amina Abdul Qadir, 20 years old, was a person who sent her on errand twice on that day. And another issue was that he was the one that brought a kind of threat letter asking the father to pay money, the ransom of about 4 million naira.
He said investigation so far revealed that the criminal act was out of sheer desire to get rich quick.
Disturbing that they are young men. I mean, your cousin? We'll take a last commercial break for the day.
Euro 2020 is here. Enjoy all the matches live on Star Times for only 1,700 naira monthly or 160 naira per day. Recharge now to enjoy all the matches. Watch Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal, Mbappe of France, Lukaku of Belgium, and other top European football stars. No matter where you are, Star Times is here for you. You can enjoy all these matches on your mobile phone. Just download Star Times on app on your phone to watch all the matches for 1,000 naira monthly or 400 naira weekly. Recharge today with 1,700 naira monthly or 160 naira daily. That's right, you heard me. On Star Times, you can watch all the matches with monthly subscription of 1,700 naira or daily subscription of 160 naira. Terms and conditions apply. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
That's Newsline for this week. Until we see you again next week, love your neighbor as yourself and be good to everyone around. Good night and God bless Nigeria.